Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Hentges with Beyond the Chart, and in this technical analysis of the stock market video, I'm going to take a look at the market action this last week, which was pretty heavy duty, and we're going to take a look at a couple gold mining stocks also, so stay tuned. All right, so we get the New York Composite here, painting the picture. You know, all the indices were doing basically the same thing. You can see the downdraft of the last 2 days, basically giving back everything that had been gained in the first 3 days of the week. And we had this pivot point here on Monday. Most of the indices didn't take out this low. The Dow actually did. The Dow was down 367 points yesterday. The Russell 2000 it's painting a similar type picture to the New York Composite. On a weekly basis, we're getting a little doji bar in here, but we're getting it because of the huge rally that occurred, and then it all got given back. And it was, you know, New York Composite ended up only down 9 points. The Russell 2000 is down 2.5 points for the week. Again, a similar type candle in here, kind of a doji candle. Let me go back to the New York Composite and take a look at some of the indicators. One of the indicators I like is the McClellan oscillator. You can see how we got pretty oversold down here. We were only time this year that we were more oversold was the August low. And so we had this low. We got a big bounce back with the early part of the week. Got up into what I consider to be kind of the neutral zone, minus 50 to plus 50. And then now we've pulled back down again. But again, it's not really considered to be extremely oversold until you get below minus 150. So we'll see what happens there. DI minus is still above DI plus on the New York Composite. So we still got this negative picture that looks like it's rolling over. And as you know, this thing can break wide open at any time. Okay, let's take a look at oil. Oil continues to push down. It closed at $34.55 a barrel on the West Texas Intermediate in the futures. And so this continues to paint a negative picture. That's a weekly chart that we're looking at there. Gold, it continues to try to bottom in here, I think. You know, this is what I've got an ending diagonal pattern for my C wave. I think we're doing an A, B, C. We have this triangle for a B, and it's a big complex corrective move that's been going on since, when was it, back in 2011 high? Yes, mid-2011, early to mid-2011. So I am still thinking that it's trying to get its legs underneath it in here. Let me rescale that. But until it does, you know, it's the trend is still down. And, you know, Newmont Mining is another example. Let's take a look at Newmont Mining and Goldcorp. I really thought when I looked at this earlier this week, in midweek, and I drew a trend line across here like this, and I really thought that after this pullback and this close above the 10 exponential moving average, I thought we were going to make a run for it and have some kind of, you know, little, all right, I'm trying to take the crosshairs off, little cup and handle. But then it broke down on Thursday. It just smashed back down. So now I look at this trend line and think, well, you know, maybe this trend line's in play and maybe it's going to continue to push down a little bit more. The other one that I wanted to take a look at today is Goldcorp. Now, Goldcorp is a little bit different picture. This looks to me like it's wanting to move up, like it's trying to get ready to move up. Now, I don't trade options on this because, you know, this is pretty low priced stock to me. I'd like to see stock actually be above 20, and I'll look at it above 15, but prefer it above 20 just for movement's sake. But what I looked at on Goldcorp, as you can see, is the demand, or the DI plus and DI minus. So DI minus is the red and DI plus is the blue. The red is the selling pressure. So if the stock continues to go down, this ought to continue to go up. Well, it did not. You know, we got a lower high in here as the stock went lower. And so this is bullish bullish divergence that's going on the DI minus. The demand index also did not go to a lower reading on this push down in here. and my RSI reading, and this is a 10-bar RSI, it did the same thing. It did not confirm this lower move. Now, that's fine. You get 3 indicators saying, well, no, this looks like it wants to turn, but price has got to tell me it wants to turn. So I need to get this trading above the moving averages, breaking this trend line, and starting to turn, and price telling us that it wants to go higher. But this one is going to be interesting to watch. All right, that's the picture for today. I got a lot more detail. This is an abbreviated version. A lot more details provided to my insider members. So check that out. Go over to the website. Check out the membership page over there. And here on YouTube, if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the little red button in the lower right-hand corner here and subscribe. So I'll be back with more videos this week. So everyone have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.